Welcome to the coaching moment for session 1 of If Only. My name's Danny, and I'm going to be your coach this week. So we're about to jump into week 1, and my number one message for you is this: you're going to do great. Now, if you're a little nervous, it's okay, because between this coaching moment and the intro coaching moment, you're going to have the tips and the insights you need to do an absolutely incredible job. So just a few thoughts for you to keep in mind as you begin week 1. First of all is this: if your group is new, or if they're new members that have joined your group, your top priority is make everybody feel welcome. A lot of people who visit new groups, they never return because they don't feel like people care, or they think there's a clique and there's really no room for them. So when new people walk in, greet them at the door with a big smile, letting them know that you are glad that they're there. Man, look them in the eye when they talk, really try to connect with them. So as your meeting starts, I want you to ask everyone to introduce themselves briefly. Question 1 of the study will actually help people tell a little bit about themselves and have fun together. Now, it's worth taking time for this kind of thing in the very first week, even if the main discussion part of the session needs to be shortened just a little bit to stay within the time constraints. Now, some of you may have seekers in your group, meaning people who are just kind of checking out this whole small group and Christianity things, meaning they don't know if they really even believe in Jesus yet, but they're in your group, all right? They've taken the risk to come to be a part. So I want you to be really sensitive to these people. Talk to them about something other than just church. I mean, avoid putting them on the spot with things like prayer. Just be thankful that they're there. God's going to use you to really impact their lives. Now, another great option to help your group this first session is the group agreement. And you can find this in the back of your daily guide. So you might want to turn there right now. And we found that groups that talk about these values up front and commit to this agreement together really benefit. And man, they can work through some potential conflicts before anything can become a big deal. So if you'd like to review this agreement before your meeting and then during the meeting, just take a few minutes, read the agreement out loud to the entire group. Now, if some people have concerns, be sensitive to their questions and explain that many successful groups use an agreement like this as a simple tool for building trust and group health over time. Now, some of the items in the agreement, like inviting people and shared ownership, will become clearer as we continue through the rest of this study. Now, the next item I want to call your attention to is what we call the open chair exercise. And you can make a point of this in at least your first 2 meetings. Now, I don't really mean you have to leave an empty chair, but I want you to think about it. You got into this group because somebody tapped you on the shoulder at some point. And Jesus tapped the 12 disciples on the shoulder. And it means somebody invited them in. Then the disciples tapped more people on the shoulder. And it's gone on down to you. And now it's your turn to identify others and invite them to grow in their faith. So think ahead of time about 1 or 2 people that you could invite to your group. This might be friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, or perhaps you'd like to put a name on the group prayer list so the whole group can pray for that person and really believe that they're going to join the group. So as a leader, you need to model for your group what this looks like. People will do what they see you doing, and the open chair is a great place to start because then they'll start inviting their friends as well. So thank you so much for your willingness to step out in faith and host this group. Remember that when Moses was scared to lead Israel, he told God, "Don't send me unless you're going to." And God said, "I'll do the very thing that you've asked because I'm pleased with you and I know you by name." Well, guess what? God knows you by name and he'll be with you as you host this group. So have a great first small group, and we are praying for you.